The Story of the Frass Meteorite, Life on Mars, Part 3. Here's where the ranch is near Canadian, Texas. This picture was taken from the highway. And if you can see down here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a intermittent dry creek. It makes a big meander right about here, and right about there is where I found the meteorite that morning. And for those who haven't seen it, this is a picture of me that appeared with a meteorite in the newspaper here in Los Alamos, one of the first days that I was here. And one of the questions is, where did it come from? And this particular picture over here meets all the conditions, I believe, of what the meteorite shows. We see here on Mars a volcano. It was obviously active at one time and became inactive, and obviously it collected water in the caldera, and at some point that caldera broke and the water ran down to the bottom. And then down at the bottom we see where a large meteor hit Mars and ejected material. And so my meteorite appears to come from somewhere in here. What it appears to be is the side venting of an old Martian volcano. And so these side vents are all little places where the volcano erupted after the main energies had left. And so these would have been laying here, and there also would have been moisture down here. So I found land, air, and sea creatures in the meteorite. So when this asteroid came in and hit here, it knocked a bunch of material off. When I first came to Los Alamos, the lab over here said that they would study the meteorite, but only if they could take a core sample. And I let them take a core sample of it, and then they decided not to study it. So I went and asked them why, and they said, well, the meteorite didn't show any shocking from being removed from Mars. But I showed him a paper that none of the meteorites showed shocking from removal from Mars. And I showed him a second paper on a mechanism for ejecting material from Mars without shocking, which is when the large meteor hits, the vibrations essentially echo off of the center of the planet and can lift things off the surface, since Mars is smaller and with very little atmosphere. So over time we'll go the rest of this evidence of the meteorite and its path to Earth.